For student management, an applicant can access online applications, and this will make the collection of data more efficient. Staff can also initiate module registration through an online process. So staff can allow first-time applicants to select the modules that they'd like to register for after having been approved as an applicant, or staff can have full control of the registration process independently in the system. Once they are students, they can access their online portal where they can track their academic progress from a student perspective. But staff are able to capture results, do online assessments, various types of assignments, deal with competency assessments, and in that way track the learner's progress through grading of assessments. Another feature in the system is our scheduler that allows you to schedule events that are associated with a particular student or group of students. Because this is there, you can now record student absenteeism and class attendance. There's also a custom log section in the system, and what this enables you to do is if there are different types of records, maybe the number of hours a student has worked somewhere, you are able to capture it in a log. This log will then update every time you add, so you'll know the overall number of hours that a student has worked at a particular place. This is an example of the online application screen. This is what we refer to as a wizard, where you can configure different steps in the wizard. These can be changed according to the learning program because different learning programs may have specific data that needs to be collected for them. Our application wizard allows for a handover from staff to applicant and back to the applicant at different stages. We also allow for reviews steps. So, for example, after required documents have been uploaded, staff can review and then the application process can continue. Also be aware that as each step is concluded, the data is saved against that particular applicant's profile. An example of this will be shown in the next slide. Now that the data is captured, you will see figures next to the different sections of the general user's profile. This means that has two lots of addresses, for example, two lots of people have been captured, previous education has been captured, and two documents have been captured against this particular applicant or learner. For a given learning program, when courses or modules need to be registered against a particular learner, with our curriculum builder, you are able to configure the learning path with all of the rules you require for a learner to travel or continue from one course into the next. Whether it's them having to pass a certain course first, them having to register for two or more courses together, or the rules that are required for them to move from one level in your learning program to the next level in your learning program. As you can see in this example, this particular learner has completed one of the required modules. However, the rest need to be completed as well. Once course or module registration has concluded, the student dashboard will be updated with all of the learning programs associated with this particular learner. As you can see, more than one learning program can be linked to a single learner, and within that learning program, multiple courses can be linked to that learning program. directly from this particular dashboard for the student, you are able to print out all necessary reports related to that particular student. For each learner's profile, they have a coursework page, and this coursework covers everything to do with a particular course. So it looks at assessments that have been taken. They can see the breakdown of their results. The enrollment dates are there so that they can see when they started the course. If there's credits, it will show them the number of credits available for that particular learning program and the number of credits they've accumulated so far. So it gives them an overview of their results. From the student's view, it's read only, so they can just expand it and see it. But from the staff view, there's a number of edits that can be done. Grade overrides can be done, comments can be added, academic comments, other comments, and so this makes it a very valuable space because this is predominantly where the institution is going to go to check up on the learner. And when the learner goes into the portal, they're immediately going to go to the results page for a particular learning program and want to see what their progress is. The last section we want to cover here is attendance. So as part of students management, there's the attendance aspect, and the reason we're highlighting this is for you to see the different aspects that can be taken into account. So for a learner's attendance, you can take into account when they were present, when they were absent. You can see when obviously attendance data has not been captured. You can see if it's a particular event that's sometime in the future. You can see if it was a condoned absence. For example, the learner was sick and so it's allowed for them to not have attended that particular thing, and when they were unavailable. For your understanding, unavailable is a setting that we have in the system that allows you to see when a student may have joined a group very late or module very late or course very late. And so any events that occurred before that they joined that particular course, they were obviously unavailable for because they started late. So that also helps with that overview.